welcome. I saw somebody do a video today and he described this world as a game. And my buddy Brian and I have always discussed this as a game and for the last 3 years together. But anyway, I thought it would be good to know what the purpose is. Obviously, we are all on our own separate journey. We have a free will. There is no two journeys. Some are kind of similar, but probably not. When it boils down to it, every single person is so unique and it's infinite. The amount of directions they could go and what they came here for and so forth. So this video will not be for everybody, but if you have gotten to the point where, let's say you got all the big shadows and traumas out of you've faced them, you've got the message. Let's say you've detached from all of 3D. You love 3D and it's great, but you don't really have to have anything happen. You don't have to have any person, any place, anything. You can enjoy them, but if they die or you lose your thing or you lose your stuff, so what? You know, that's pretty much my attitude now. But I've been through a lot of experiences. And so somebody else, I mean, I have that. But how can we find something? Because it has to be a collective thing. Because anybody that's tried to be a lone raiser in this thing has ended up missing. And so I think the idea is to go collectively. So what is it that we all agree on? What is it that all of humanity agrees that they could do without? Well, they could do without mosquitoes, bed bugs. I'm going to do a video on bed bugs and any negative emotion like shame or fear or any of those emotions that when we get them, when we feel that way, we try to find our way through it. Because we realize that you cannot ever make bad energies go away. You can alchemize them, you can transmute it into light, but you can't make it go away. But I think that's something that we all agree on. If they could say, I'm just going to have the positive frequencies. The reason I even think it's possible, because where we came from, these low frequencies don't exist. They're too low of vibration. They're too low of a frequency that they can't exist on the higher plane. So we had to come down to this piddly 3 strands of DNA at the bottom of the toilet. And we can either clean them up or not. So my idea is this. Protests are useless. Going through the court system's corrupt, so that wouldn't work. And basically, what if all of these people that came to play the bad guy, say it's a play, and somebody has to play the bad guy, and you always get somebody to volunteer, and they do it. And I think that's what happened here. There's a lot of people that volunteered, and they're friends of ours, and they have amnesia too. We all came into this world with amnesia. We can't remember anything. We're blindfolded, and we were thrown in this Star Wars-sized dumpster full of lies, and it was full when we got here. And the scaffolding was set up by the opposites. Yeah, come over here, and you can kind of see some good. You should stand up and sit down. But then you realize when you go to school, you get dumber. You get more and more stupid every day. And now they're just making it so ridiculous. They're trying to say, look, don't take your kids here. The hospitals are saying, look, don't take your people. If you're sick, don't come into us. I mean, we got dancing nurses. We don't give a shit about you. We just care about money. And all the doctors, they don't even know what's in the vaccines or the pills they prescribe. But they get money. It's all about money, money, money. So everything is corrupted. And I think that we're going to be able to do away with the energy, the frequency of money soon. And when we do, we'll go back to how it was for millions of years before we ever got entrapped, enslaved by money. And so you can choose to opt out. I did. I don't know where it's going to lead me, but I chose to not worry about any finances anymore. And that's the way I've decided. And I figured God is my father and he knows I'm here. So he knows exactly why I'm trying to detach from Babylon. But how do you, but getting back to the original point, let's say you get to the point where your mission is to unify humanity as one. And how do we do that? Well, first, we got to get rid of all the distractions. And the distractions, fear and doubt and shame and all these emotions are not a part of God. God is love. And when you have the opposite of love, you don't have God. So you have a free will universe. You can choose to be separate as you want from God. I did for many years. But I had this gnawing inside to just get back and to become one with God the Father. I asked Jesus in my heart 50 years ago. I didn't believe the horse shit about hell and sin. You could throw that out. That's total bunk. That was meant to distract you, but you can invite Jesus into your heart and he will come and you will know it. And you'll know Jesus 100 times more than all those so-called Christians that are quoting Bible verses back to each other. Oh, I shouldn't laugh. I'm laughing because my family is actually like that. But and I led them to God. Oh my God. But they're stuck into that fear realm that you get. But let's get rid of all those negative emotions completely. And how do we do that? Every time you see something. I mean, if you react to something negative, then you got to deal with it because it's in you too. But let's say you just see crazy chaos and you don't know the people. You can alchemize that hate they have for one another. You can close your eyes and apologize to them for anything that you may have done indirectly or directly. Because why can you do that for somebody you don't know? Because you're connected to everybody. You're connected to every single person. Every single person that you see is in your mirror. We're in a mirror now. We're in a reflection of the original. Our home is on the other side. This is a mirror. Maybe we get 5% of what's available. Maybe we get 8 colors instead of a million, or the sounds and everything else. But we know what we like, and it really breaks down exactly why we are so happy to be children of God. So I think we ought to clean up the bottom of the toilet. I think that's why we came here, is to get rid of this and alchemize it. And start alchemizing right and left. What can you do? Think of every day. What can I do to alchemize this negative emotion in this person? What can I do? Without preaching, because I cannot stand that part of me that I was in sales my whole life. And I got this thing where I just want to, if it's good for me, I think it should be good for everybody. And I hate that part of me because it fucks up people's journeys. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to involve. I'm just trying to find some unifying thing that we all agree on. We don't want guilt, shame, fear, depression. We don't want those low energies. And so we won't have them when we leave. We might as well get rid of them now on earth as it is in heaven. That's what I'm recommending. If there's no negative emotions up there, then let's alchemize them. Let's get rid of it. They got to do what we say anyway.